The Court of Appeal has overthrown the injunctions granted by Justice Frank Seepersad, which had halted the issuance and collection of property tax valuation return forms. It means that the government, through the Commissioner of Valuations, can move forward with the process, but there are some stipulations. As Ian Wason tells us, the court ruled today compliance in returning completed forms is optional and not mandatory.
To complete or not to complete? According to the ruling by the appeal court, completion of the valuation return forms is optional. You can if you want to. And while this was the ruling, the man who challenged the legality of the forms, Devon Maraj, continues to encourage members of the public not to complete the forms.
Submit this form, exercise the voluntary option not to submit it, because if you recall the onerous requirements required, you have to submit your photograph, your deed plan, your approval, country planning, your completion certificate. This is a recipe for invite bandits to your home. You don't know where this form might land up.
The court ruled the government can go ahead with collecting the forms, but this can only be done after a notice is published in each of the newspapers informing the public the collection of the forms is optional. The notice must be placed in the newspapers at least once a week for 3 weeks. Furthermore, the first notice must be put out before the collection can restart.
I would like to say that I feel very elated and vindicated with the decision of the appeal court here this morning. In particular, the last component of their judgment given today, where they asserted that this property tax form is totally and entirely voluntary in nature.
The court implied it is unlawful for the Commissioner of Valuations to compel the completion of the forms. However, the responsibility of the collection of data is the responsibility of the Valuations Commissioner alone. The court reiterated the ruling has no impact on the Commissioner of Valuations' responsibilities in other matters. The court gave the parties 21 days to file a motion to argue who would bear the costs of the action. Ian Wason, C News.